Do you really think that the one who created all of this, the skies and the earth and everything around us, with such beauty and precision, the one who is all knowing and all powerful, do you think that he would go against his own word? Would he fail to fulfill what he has promised again and again through the voices of all the prophets, peace be upon them, whose messages came with undeniable consistency? Would he, after all of that, show some kind of weakness or ignorance by not following through? No way. He is far above that, exalted beyond such flaws. And think about this. The things he has promised and warned us about, do you really think that they're hard for him to do? Not at all. In fact, they're really easy. As easy as bringing back all the plants and creatures from last spring, exactly the same or in similar forms, when the next spring rolls around. Now, just like it's necessary for us to keep our word, it's even more necessary when it comes to his lordship and his absolute authority. Breaking a promise goes against the majesty of his power, and it simply doesn't align with his infinite knowledge, because breaking a promise only happens if someone is either ignorant or too weak to follow through. So, let me be real with you. If you deny all this, do you even realize how reckless that is? You're choosing to trust your own illusions, your limited reasoning, and your deceptive ego, while doubting the one who never needs to go back on his word. The one who, in fact, never could because his greatness and glory simply don't allow for it. Everything around you, everything you see and experience is testifying to his truthfulness. So if you choose denial, you're not just making a small mistake, you're committing a crime. So massive, so unimaginable, that even though you yourself are so small and limited, the crime deserves a punishment that's vast and eternal. To give you an idea of just how serious this is, it's been narrated that a single tooth of some people in hell will be the size of a mountain. That's the kind of consequence we're talking about. You know what you're like? You're like a traveler who shuts his eyes to the sun, then tries to light his dark, scary path using nothing but the dim flicker of his own imagination. You ignore the bright truth and follow a tiny misleading shadow in your own mind. So think about it. If Allah Himself has promised, and everything in creation is like a word of truth from Him, and the events of the world are like verses spoken by Him, testifying with every moment that He speaks the truth, then He will fulfill His promise. He will open a grand court of justice, and He will grant a happiness that is immense and everlasting and beyond anything you could ever imagine.